All right, so here are the two functions. So those are the two equations. They are graphed here, right? So f is in purple, g is in blue. It says the point AB is on the graph. So a couple things to notice, right? In this situation, x is equal to a, right? So I can see that because this is an x-coordinate and this is a y-coordinate. So I can also say that the y-coordinate is equal to b. So now I can also see this. If the y-coordinate is equal to f of x, I can also say that b is equal to f of x. I could also say the same thing over here with g, because at that spot, at that location, the two functions are intersecting. So they are equal to each other. All right. Now, another way to do that is to replace this with the letter b. It's literally where f of x is equal to b. So you're going to see things like that all over the place in this assignment. It says choose all answers that apply. It says the value x equals a. That's like this spot right there. Is a solution to which of the following equations? All right. So first of all, it's when the two functions are equal to each other. And that's what the two functions are right there, those two equations. Wherever the two functions meet is the same thing as saying where they are equal to each other. Okay. Also, another way I could say this is either one of these ways up here, where b is equal to the function. Remember, f of x and g of x are just like saying y, right? And the y coordinate here is letter b. It's not letter a. So option A in this multiple choice is incorrect. It should have said equal b, not a. Let's try another one. All right. We got a bunch of points here. It says which of the following appears to be a solution of that equals 0. All right, so that is f, right? It's f of t. So where does f of t equal 0? Well, f is the blue graph, and f of t equals 0 right here and right here. This is where the two functions are equal to each other, but that's not what they're asking us this time around. All right, so where are they equal to 0? And it says which appear to be a solution, right? So when we have a solution of an equation, we don't list both variables. We just say, what is t equal to? So our two solutions here are t2 and t3. Let's do another one. It says indicate all points that represent where f of x equals 4. When they say f of x equals 4, they're talking about up here, along this horizontal line, wherever y is equal to 4. Sorry, I keep moving my thing off of there, but f of x equals 4. So f of x equals 4 is here. I got to click, add another point right there. That's all. Right? It's not where the two graphs are equal. If they asked us that, we would have said, oh, that's an intersection point, and about there is an intersection point. But they ask us where it's equal to 4. Let's do one more. The graphs of this and that are shown below. Point AB is on the graph, F and G. So they're telling us it's a point of intersection. X equals A, so that point, just like the first one we did, is the solution to which of the following equations. So remember our way through this, right? This is an X, B is a Y. So that's like saying, since Y equals that we could also say that it's equal to B. Both functions. Both functions are equal to that Y coordinate when x is equal to a. So there you go. It's also where the two functions are equal to each other since they intersect at the spot. All right, let's do the other assignment. Okay, so on this we're going to use Desmos. So let's go to Desmos. You don't have to memorize how to graph these. First of all, I see that F is already graphed for us, so now I have to graph G. Right? So I'm just going to graph this equation on Desmos. In order to get to the absolute value, I've got to click down here on this keyboard, and I need that. Right? So it was -2 on the outside. X minus 3, end it, and then +4. There it is. Now, what I'm also going to do, I'm going to also graph this on Desmos. Well, no, I guess you can if you want. You really don't have to. But anyway, I noticed it's a V-shaped graph, right? And it's upside down. I notice it has a point at 3, 4, and it's the vertex. So I'm going to drag this to 3, 4. And I'm going to move this appropriately. So the next point that I see appears to be, okay, there's one right there, at 5, 0, and 1, 0. So I could drag that wherever. There's my graph. Then they ask us, estimate the value where, let x1 and x2 be the solutions, where x1 is bigger than x2. What's x1? Well, we have two spots where they equal each other, right? Here at 2, 2, and over here at about 4.5 or so, right? And they want the larger of the two, so I could say x equals 2, or I could say x equals 4.5. But again, they want the larger of the two. So 4.5 it is. Okay, let's graph another one. This is a line. I'm going to skip this one. We can graph a line. I want to get to a logarithm one. That's another absolute value. Let me do one more for you. Another line. Well, there's a parabola. We could graph that. I'll leave that up to you. Gosh darn. Not having very good luck here. Gosh. I keep getting the same ones. All right, so here we got an exponential one. I wanted to get to one of those. These are similar to the log ones. I want you to notice the difference. If I put my mouse over this, it says logarithm. If I put my mouse over that, it says exponential. Okay, so the log one is already graphed. That's here. I need to graph this one on Desmos. So 2 to the, and then I'm going to need parentheses up here. And then minus 2, I think. Yep. All right, now notice on these exponentials, it flattens out here at a certain value. If we zoom in, it's at this last number, right? It's at minus 2. So I'm going to select exponential. And I'm going to move this green line, this asymptote down here. Then I'm going to find 2 spots on the graph. Right? Here's one at 4, 0. And I'll find another one. Let's see if I zoom in right there. It's at 5, 2. So 5, 2. Now I can compare my answers. I just wanted to get to one where it was a exponential for you. X1 is bigger than X2, so we need to write down the bigger of the 2 solutions. Here's one down here. There's one there. That looks to be at around 4.5 maybe. Okay. There you go.